Fighting styles, this is actually one of the coolest things that we've done in the game this year. You may remember last year we had this archetype system where you're a box, one striking, one grappling technique. And we've gone with a much more a la carte approach to creating your fighter as well as how the roster fighters are created. So you can actually pick, here in the creative fighter, you can pick your stance. We mocapped all of these stances, so that adds to the variety of the movement and the fighters. They're going to look different from one another. They're going to move different from one another. And we give you, obviously all these nuanced options to actually create how your fighter is going to move. But this also applies to the roster fighters as well. And touching back on that idea that we eliminate the archetype system, we actually allow you to pick specific moves from various disciplines. We'll get into that here in a sec. You can pick your fight stance. Southpaw is in the game. Southpaw switching is in the game. Yay, sarcastic applause. Obvious omission from last year, but we felt we needed to get it right to make it work correctly. This is something that was kind of working last year, but we got it in for this year when we got it right. Obviously the southpaw switching, you can set that up. Handedness comes into play as well. You can set what hand is your dominant hand. You can be a southpaw fighter, fight with your lead hand, right hand being your power hand. You're not going to have the serious knockout jab, but your jabs will be stronger, and conversely your backhand will take on less power and strike. So going back to the move acquisition, as I mentioned, done, gone is the archetype system. We actually pick moves from various disciplines. This applies to our roster fighters, and this applies to our creative fighters as well. So you can see here we literally assign moves per controller, input per position. On the lower right, you can see which position you're in. Here I'm in the standing clinch. These are the button inputs I have available to me from the standing clinch. You can see the yellow check boxes when they come up indicate a move that I actually have picked. Each move has a different level to it. We did that to actually take into account certain people are more proficient. For example, Joe Daddy Stevenson, guy's got an awesome guillotine. He'd be like a level 3 guillotine. So when you're making your fighter, make sure to move left and right. You'll level up your moves. You're going to see certain moves cost more, obviously. A level 3 move costs more than, say, a level 1 or a 2 move, and you're able to actually assign them as well. So in the creative fighter mode, we give you a certain set of points and allow you to kind of pick moves from these various disciplines. A lot more a la carte, a lot more nuanced, and you can literally create whatever kind of fighter you want. If you want to have aspects from Muay Thai and Karate, and then specific things from Judo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, we give you that opportunity. So this is actually one of the coolest things that I think we were able to do this year with the game, and literally means that no two roster fighters are alike, and you can make as a result very, very unique creative fighters. Yeah, look at that submission. Crazy. So we also have move templates that you can assign. We give you the option to say, okay, if I don't want to go through and pick every single submission, every single punch, you can go in and assign a base template that we've created for you. This gives you the opportunity to kind of see, like, oh, okay, I want to make my guy a Muay Thai guy. You obviously have the opportunity to go in and edit these as well. So once you pick a template, you can go back and take moves away, get some points back, and apply it to something else. If you want to be the strong Muay Thai guy and then take a couple, BJJ things that you didn't have, we give you that opportunity as well.
This is what the fans pay to see. The top fighters facing off against each other to see who's the best. And I know deep down that's me.
So, voice types. That's another addition to the game this year, where you're going to find a lot more immersion in your character in career mode. We recorded different voices from different ethnicities that you're able to apply to your created character. And this is going to play into the various sort of presentation improvements that we've applied to the game this year. You're going to have a lot more investment in your character, not only from the time you spent creating them, but also from an emotional level based on the cutscenes. That concept of the game is watching you, kind of monitors the things that you do. You're able to respect your opponents, disrespect your opponents, call out specific camps. The career mode went through a dramatic improvement. We built upon the things that were strong last year and wanted to add more nuance and more variety. That voice system plays out here.
All set. How's that feel?
Hey Mark, your first time is up next. You got 10 minutes to the bell. Good luck, kid.
Thanks. How you feel? You ready to go? Okay, deep breaths. This is what we've been training for. Don't get too fancy, just stick to what makes you comfortable. Okay, if you got any questions, make them fast.
So Mark Lehman, one of the premier jiu-jitsu coaches in the business, is also your coach in the UFC Undisputed 2010 game. These little prompts will come up throughout your game, giving you the opportunity, as I mentioned, you have respect your opponent, disrespect your opponent, call out your camp, call out somebody else's camp. Obviously here, we're going to skip our tutorial.
I want you to stay focused and loose, you understand? Throw everything like you mean it, not like you're a maniac. You need to be ready to go hard all 3 rounds.
Thanks for all your help, Coach. Hey, drinks are on you afterwards, right?
Yeah, but get your head in the game. You'll be drinking them through an IV.
You're up, Layman.
Okay, keep away from any fast-moving hands or feet. Stay mean, but not crazy. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yes, let's do this. So different from last year. Last year we started you out, you were fighting right in the UFC from the get-go. This year we actually put you in amateur fights first, and then you move up to fighting in the WFA, sort of our kind of equivalent of a minor league. You fight in the WFA, you start winning a couple fights, and eventually you might get noticed by the big boys and get an invite to come up. Sponsors start taking notice of you, but it's important to note that you can also get kicked back into the WFA. So once you get your UFC invite, it doesn't mean the show's over for you. You got to make sure you're still doing good. You know, the UFC makes sure that the best fighters in the world are fighting at the best position, in their best condition. Excuse me. So again, if you don't fight well, you might get kicked out.
What's up, guys? I'm here at Mark Lehman's gym in Las Vegas this week for the video blog. We're here today to meet up with one of Mark's guys and offer him a shot in the UFC. Trust me when I tell you, this kid's no joke. Come on, let's go meet him. Mark, what's happening, bro?
Dana, what's up? Why'd you tell me you're stopping by today?
Man, I told you we were coming to check out your boy.
Damn, forgot that was this week. Hold on a sec.
What's up, Coach?
Dana here's been asking about you.
Yeah, Joe Silva and I caught your last fight. I told him, we got to get this guy. We think you're ready. How'd you like to come fight for the UFC?
Hell yeah. Just tell me when and where.
You got that right. That's right, bitches. The biggest and the best fighters in the world. They all come and fight in the UFC.
It's as real as it gets. Dana, you're so mad at me. I got to keep training. All right, I'm going to get in and start training my fighter. So training obviously retains a lot of the aspects from last year. We have the calendar system. You can go through, assign training, sparring. You can auto-spar if you want, if you don't want to actually go in there. One of the big changes from last year is stats will decay. So you have to make sure that you train up your stats in specific areas. We have the 16 fighter skills and the 3 attributes from last year. But we have these thresholds in the game of 30, 50, and 70 that you want to get your stats to so that they don't decay past that. Here you can see an example of our kind of free sparring. You can go through, train with your sparring partner. You're going to get a little taste, obviously, of this through the video, but you'll have a lot more opportunity later as we do more interviews on career mode. You can see the status indicating my stats are going down by the blue arrows here. So it's very important to keep your stats always up, keep them training. You do age in the game this year. That's another change from last year. Your age does matter, and you do take on what's called as you fight more fights, just the wear and tear on your body, it becomes harder and harder to maintain your stats as well.